when I got the after pictures after just a few months, because I wasn't feeling that I was seeing much of a change. My clothes were still fitting pretty much the same, but seeing the pictures really showed me that I had been making progress.
I did not see a lot of difference in my before and after pictures for a while, but Danita did. I'm my own worst critic, we all are.
I could really see the difference between the very first one and the last one.
Hey girls, welcome to day 3. This is called Before and After Pictures. Thank you for following along. We have had some amazing breakthroughs and we're so excited just to keep learning. This is 3 of 15. So we're gonna have Suzanne read the before and after pictures.
Day 3, before and after pictures. My trainer once told me, I'm going to show you failure so you can be proud of your success, Danita Young. Whether your goals are to shrink your waist, bubble your booty, or tone up all over, I have seen my clients succeed with their goals when they track their progress. But first, let me introduce myself. My name is Danita. I'm a Southern California trainer, dance instructor, NQ bikini competitor, model, online coach, and the list goes on. Let's get to the point. I am a results-driven trainer, which means I don't take a paycheck to play on my phone while you work out. I truly care to see my clients succeed mentally and physically with their transformations. That's right. It is a mental change before a physical change. So are you mentally ready to hear what I have to say? I think you are, otherwise you wouldn't still be reading this. Take before and after pictures. Don't be scared. Here's why. I have seen that 90% of women lose inches first in their back and triceps. So if you are one that checks your stomach bulgy after beating yourself up with the endless workouts and spinach torture game, you might be part of the 90%. Pictures are so important to the motivation aspect of your transformation. Here are some tips on taking before and after pictures. Who? You can take these pictures yourself or someone that you are comfortable with. Where? Pictures need to be consistent with the location and lighting. Choose your own home, gym, or studio. Close the curtains to a window and use the same lamp or lights in every picture taken. If you are taking your own pictures, you will need a mirror. What? Basic pose, front, side with arms, out front and back. Or advanced pose, basic, competition pose, flexing front and back. When? I recommend in the morning so your daily water and food intake doesn't change the pictures. Take at the beginning of your goals and every month until goals have been reached. Why? Because this will keep you motivated.
Awesome. So I'm going to stand up and show you some of the poses. So when I first started training clients, I wasn't taking pictures, and I noticed, to me, it wasn't like my full package as far as a trainer. And it wasn't until I started doing the pictures myself and saw how much it motivated me that I ended up doing it with my clients. And a lot of clients didn't want to, they felt uncomfortable doing it. And to me, I thought, you know what, this is just gonna be so impactful, and they're gonna thank me later that I took these pictures, because that small, little tiny improvement that you're gonna see in that next set of pictures is gonna make you go, all right, whatever it is I'm doing is working or is not working, and that is what allows me as a personal trainer to actually advance where I needed to go. Do I need to fix the diet? Do I need to change the workouts? Do we need to add more workouts into the regimen? Things like that is what created the scheduling part, so that our next day is actually scheduling, by the way. So sitting down and actually being able to go, what are your goals and what do you look like, and are we changing or not, being able to find out how many days of cardio we actually need in our regimen and things like that, okay? So for the pictures, I told the girls the first set of pictures is just like this. Straight, feet can be wherever it actually lies natural, whatever feels comfortable for the girls. I actually noticed when I didn't tell the girls to put their hips a certain way or their feet a certain way, they actually started standing up straighter and better posture and things like that as it carried on. Okay, so my next set of pictures, I went to the side. Hands neutral, and what this did is it allowed me to see the stomach in line with just how wow. the arm and like everything that looked like this. My next, I eventually went to straight arms like this. What this allowed me to see the whole side of the size of the arm, how much flab is hanging down here, and if that is decreasing or not through there. Okay. I have a lot of pictures that the girls are like this, but I honestly preferred it like this at the very end. So if you can take pictures, that's what I like. So for after this one, you'll also notice the neckline as well. If you're starting to lose weight, you'll notice a lot in the face. So I could see that in this set of pictures here. Okay, the last one, you're just standing here so you can kind of see the back and everything else, moving the hair so you can kind of see the whole thing there. Okay, so for an advanced set of pictures, so for my clients that were already smaller and it wasn't as much fat loss, but I wanted to see how much muscle tone we were getting. The first one was flexing the biceps and flexing the core. A lot of girls don't know how to flex your core. So think of a snake. So anytime you, that's how you flex it, right? Yeah. So I did it wrong for years. Now you guys know. That's a trick. Okay? And then obviously side doesn't matter. It's still the same thing. But then the next one is seeing your calf definition. So like rolling up your pant leg here, seeing your calf definition, flexing your back and flexing your biceps again, allowing to kind of see all of that definition. And that's where I was able to kind of see that. I also talk about advanced, so like fitness like poses. So if you're a bikini competitor, you had poses like this, where you're able to see like the twist of the core, bringing the leg out and things like that. That's for advanced. If you're advanced, you probably already have a coach and we don't need to go into that. So sticking with the same as far as lighting, having pretty much the same, if you can wear the same clothes, that's the best. And so now let's go into people, the girls that are here, who has taken pictures, what their experience is with it. If you haven't, what would you like to learn from it and things like that, okay?
How would we do with the body? Like
in the mirror is what I found to be
Did you
the
want to go
best.
first?
So in the mirror, when you actually are in front of like a bathroom setup, I had girls just take it full on like this in the mirror. They just turn to the side and however you want to put your arm, just take it like that. And for the back, they turned it around and did a for the back. And it turned out perfect for the girls. Yeah, great question, by the way.
I have had my before and after pictures done with Danita, so I have to say initially I was intimidated and did not feel comfortable with my gut hanging out. But when I got the after pictures after just a few months, because I wasn't feeling that I was seeing much of a change, my clothes were still fitting pretty much the same, but seeing the pictures really showed me that I had been making progress, and definitely having the different poses, because some of them in the front I couldn't really tell, but when I turned to the side and had my arms up, that's when I could really tell. And like you said, the chin was definitely an area that I noticed as well. And going from like being so embarrassed that when I got my before and afters, I sent it to all my friends and my boyfriend and wanted everybody to know, and I didn't feel bad that it was posted on social media. It felt really good and made me feel proud of, you know, how far I'd come.
I took I've already taken my before and after pictures with Danita, and when I first started taking them, yes, of course, it's a little uncomfortable. You're half naked next to a trainer that's, of course, fitter than you are, but she's very comfortable, and you know, she makes me feel she's not judgmental, so I felt more comfortable about it. I did not see a lot of difference in my before and after pictures for a while, but Danita did. I'm my own worst critic, we all are, but if we have someone else that is, you know, our kind of go-to person in this process, the sending to them and having them kind of look at them too, they can see the differences better than we can. But I do really feel that the before and after pictures did help once I did start losing the weight. So I'm definitely glad that I was able to participate in that.
I've taken my before and after pictures by myself, never showed anybody because I was ashamed of my body. But to me, was a personal thing that I achieved some goals that only I was supposed to know, and I seen it, and then I'm like, oh, look at this, oh, look at how I was, oh, you know, stuff like that, that really made me keep on going. And I think that's the importance to me of the before and after, because sometimes you are working out, you are used to see your body every time and every day, and you don't see the difference yourself. But then when you go back and you look at the pictures, like, oh wow, I was like that, this is crazy. So I don't know how it's gonna work now that I have to show to somebody or being like the present at somebody, but good to be by myself and doing it for myself. I could really see the difference between the very first one and the last one.
So I've never done before and afters ever in my life, but I'm excited for Danita to show me, and I think it was really awesome that she was mentioning like the same outfit and lighting. I would have never thought of that. I'd just kind of like stand there and take a picture, but that's really cool to know the specifics. And yeah, I guess the only way I've ever measured like a fitness routine, if it's working, is just how I feel. I get really fatigued on a daily basis. That's something I always struggle with, and so when I'm like really active and eating well, I have tons more energy. So, and I sincerely already feel that just by working out for 3 consecutive days, like super honestly. So yeah, so I'm excited.
So one of the biggest things that I realized that was a big learning lesson for me as I was taking these pictures with my clients was the back and the triceps. And when I say like 90%, it was very shocking to see that if we don't take these before and after pictures, how often are we looking in the back of the mirror like this? All of us are focused right here, and so when you're taking before and after pictures and you see your back transforming and then maybe your triceps transforming, and then knowing that like, where's the next place? Then where's the next place? So I've learned there's 2 types of people that lose weight. One, you lose it very slowly all over, which I believe is Stacy's case, in which it's harder to see the actual transformation because it's so small. You have to really go, am I a little less fluffier? Are my lines getting smoother? Like, you have to kind of pay attention to all those small things. But if you are one that loses it very quickly in one spot, then that's when you're like, okay, pay attention to the back. For whatever reason, and I mean, maybe somebody has a little more information than I do, but for whatever reason, the back and triceps is where females carry a lot of it, where they put it on and where they lose it first. And then it kind of, from there, it kind of goes in different places. Then it will maybe go to the core, maybe that's the last. You know, we all have that stubborn fat area, so that's where that HIIT training, which we're gonna learn on the next couple of days, about which type of cardio is the best for that stubborn fat. So great job, you guys. That was awesome. I'm glad we learned about it. We're gonna take your before and after pictures, her updated, your updated, and I love that you're doing it solo. I honestly think that's amazing and that you appreciate it, and that's going through your own experience. Honestly, I loved that story. So great job on doing that and keeping a track of it, and it's your own personal thing. And that's what I want these girls to see. It does not have to be public, which I'm gonna show you a lot of public ones. Just so you can get motivated and kind of see those little small changes. They're not drastic, but enough to keep the girls motivated knowing that it's working. We're gonna do a circuit training for our upper body, and we're gonna start with a proper form of clean and press. So clean and press, you always wanna make sure that you have your feet hip distance apart, your knees are slightly bent, and your hips are right underneath your core. So you're not out here, right? You've got a nice, good, strong core. You're going to bring your elbows up, elbows are high, and then you're gonna drop them down, and it's gonna go right to your chest. Okay, then after that, watch this guy right here, okay? You can come right here for a little bit. And then you're gonna press. Good, keeping your core nice and tight. Come on down, flip those elbows up, and then drop it down. That was a clean and press. Let's do it again. Elbows high, elbows low. Elbows low, elbows low, elbows high. Good. Elbows high, elbows low. Beautiful. Up, down, down. Okay, good. Now go a little faster. Let it flip into your hands. Let it just flip into your hands. Good. Good. You got it. Now watch Stace. She's done this a lot with me, so you can kind of see how she's just really flipping that, and it's a nice, good rotation. Keep going. This is your guys' warm-up. Good. You're right here, so give me a press. Down. Flip those elbows up and down. So the whole thing, go ahead and watch Stacy again.
I literally have it like where it's, like, I'm like barely holding it.
Yeah, you let it slide into your hands. Here's the thing that I'm paying attention to. Did you see how close this bar is to her body? She could literally take her shirt off with that bar. So go ahead and do it again for me. Look how close it is to her body. She's not moving the bar like this. That's gonna hinder your low back. So let's go ahead and see. Perfect. Amy's got it, yeah. And the reason how to keep it so close to your body is by keeping your elbows really close in. Let me show you? Yeah. So here's what not to do, right? Okay, here's what to do. Notice my elbows the whole way through. They're either high or they're low. Notice my knees are always slightly bent. Notice my core is always nice and tight, okay? All right, so Stace, let's now incorporate. We're gonna go lunge, okay? Clean and press, squat with it, back down, clean and press.
Deadlift?
Lunge. Sorry, deadlift. So give yourself a little bit of some room. Everyone, we're gonna go into a lunge. Stop here, clean and press, hold it above your head, go into a squat. Good, bring it down, down, good. Deadlift, beautiful. Here, clean and press, perfect. Squat with it over your head, beautiful. Back down to your chest, and down, good. Deadlift, good. I'm gonna fix those clean and presses. That's okay, right here, elbows high.
I think I'm struggling to get my butt, have it above my head.
Because it's a little too heavy? Okay. So let's go a little lighter on this one. Okay. Using the band in your exercises is gonna help support your hips and your knees and your joints. So if you're having a little bit of some instability, it's really good to incorporate in your workout. So let's go ahead and go over your deadlifts really quick. Go ahead and pick up your bar. When you pick up your bar, make sure that you're picking it up with your booty down first, right? Roll your shoulders up and back, chest is up. Bend your knees slightly. Core is nice and tight. A deadlift, we're gonna go into a straight leg deadlift. Booty comes out, come up and squeeze your glutes. From right here, elbows high, elbows low. Press up. Give me a nice good little squat right here. Beautiful. Stand up, back down to your chest, flip, and down. Go back into your deadlift. Beautiful. Good. Up, up. Nice good squat. Good. Here, here.
I have a hard time squatting with it because I usually do like here. It does kind of feel weird.
Clean, squat, press. Back down, flip it down, deadlift. Deadlift.
When you're doing the deadlift, are we looking, if I always forget, are we looking down?
If you're looking at me just because you're kind of learning the movement, but you do want to keep your neck in alignment with your spine, okay? So deadlift, here, go into your clean, give me a nice good squat, press, back down, deadlift. Beautiful, perfect, squat. Is that better? Awesome. So let me see, deadlift, beautiful, clean. We're not gonna squat with it up over our head. So we'll do it again. So go back down here, okay? So deadlift, perfect, right here. Elbows high, elbows low. A little bit more of a smoothness, okay? Drop it down. So deadlift, stand up. Okay, you really wanna bring those elbows high and low in a quick movement. There you go. Okay. And now squat right there. Beautiful. Press, back down, flip those arms, and back down. Good. Go back into it. Elbows high, elbows low. Perfect. Squat. Good. Press. Awesome. Go ahead and drop the bar. Good job. That was your warm-up. Right? You incorporated lower body and upper body to get your heart rate going, okay? Go ahead and if you want to take your band off, let's put your weight, your dumbbells, your weights back. As I'm running through the circuit, I'm gonna just basically be watching you guys as you're doing the right form, okay? So go ahead and just watch me as I do it all. You're gonna take your opposite hand to the opposite ball over here. If you need help, if you're a little shorter, I can help you. The opposite hand, opposite ball. Perfect. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and cross the balls right up at the top. It's gonna be right over the top of my head. The reason why we're doing this exercise is I love it for posture, okay? So you're basically crossing the back chain of your back. So from here, you're gonna squeeze down into a 90-degree angle. Again, from here to here. Notice that my knees are slightly bent, my core is nice and tight, and I'm not wobbling all over the place. You don't wanna be doing like that, right? Stay nice and still. Squeeze in your back. Yep. You can do this the same too as well. Next, you're gonna take a step back. Your hands are gonna cross in front of your face, and then you're gonna bring your arms back. Okay? You're gonna give me 10 and 10 on this one. Stacy, if you'll go ahead and start, okay? Awesome, so for right over here, we're gonna go into pull-ups. So this is called an assisted pull-up machine. So the extra weight here is gonna actually make it easier for you to do a pull-up, okay? So I'll demonstrate. So you're gonna step up, step on here, gonna get a nice good wide grip here. You're gonna go here, elbows come in, and you're gonna use your chest to use your back, but your chest is going to be leading the way, okay? So a lot of mistakes, you don't wanna do that, right? You wanna go here. And you're gonna exhale when it's difficult. So I'm gonna exhale, inhale on the way down. Also keep your core nice and tight. I don't wanna see like monkey moves, right? After that, so you're gonna give me 10 pull-ups. After that, you're gonna bring it up about halfway. So around 10 is fine. This is the chest exercise I wanna teach you. Put your hands on the widest part of it. You're gonna press it down. Your body's gonna go parallel to the floor. Here's what you wanna do. You wanna go right to your chest and press it down. Right to your chest, push it down. Notice where my elbows are. They're in a low V, right? They're not T, low V, okay? Here's also what I'm watching out for. You don't wanna do this. I'm working more in my traps there. None of us wanna build traps. So stay parallel to the ground and press here. Bicep curl, shoulder press, down, down. Again, notice my core is nice and tight. My shoulders are back and my chest is always up. Exhale, exhale, inhale, inhale. Cool? Awesome. We're gonna do this one. Pushing ourselves a little bit further in. So where this is about mid on your thighs. From here, keep your chest popped up. And as you notice, I'm actually, I'm connecting into my back. So instead of just pulling down and thinking of all these different muscles that are working, instead I'm actually connecting and I'm activating my back. So I'm going to activate, see how I'm activating, and then I'm gonna pull through. See that? And without relaxing and letting it go, I'm gonna stay in that activation and pull while I'm still in that activation. You see that? So go ahead and feel my back. Go ahead and put your hand right there, a little bit lower. Perfect. So there's my activation, and then I'm pulling into it. Cool? Awesome. So go ahead and try that one. Press, down and down. So you notice you kind of are like hinging a little bit in your core. So open your feet up a little bit more. Bend your knees, tighten it really good. Push, push, down, down. Beautiful. Good, good. I'm gonna grab some lighter weight too, okay? A little bit in your traps, I'm gonna say move up a little bit more, and so that kind of comes more at your chest rather than at your collarbone. And think about your chest and your arms doing the work rather than your traps, right? Good, perfect, just like that, yep. Good, activating all through here. Perfect. Yep, that looks awesome. Cool, so you're gonna cross right up over your head and you're gonna come, so let's see those knees. Open your legs up, give yourself that good base. So always remember, anytime you do like any start of an exercise, think of your feet first and then go up to your body and then make sure everything's in alignment, because if you're like all twisted and your core's not tight, we could end up leading to maybe an injury or doing it wrong or whatever, right? So always mentally think, you'll always have like a little Danita like on your like ear. Yeah. So think knee, like so your feet, right? Ground yourself, bend your knees, tighten your core. Now you're ready to start. So you're up.
Like when I tighten, it's like this, right?
Yeah.
Like kind of like this out.
Yeah, like you're just grounding yourself.
Okay, yeah.
Like just dig yourself into the ground.
Okay.
So like let's say if somebody like was accidentally to like bump into you, look how stable you are right there. You didn't move anywhere, right?
Yeah.
But if I were to do that and your feet were together and you didn't ground yourself yet, you could easily like fall in, right? Cool. So hands up over your head, and then you're gonna come down into that box. So I want a perfect 90-degree angle. Perfect, and then come back up. Beautiful, you're gonna give me 10 here. And then inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale, using all your back. Yep, I can feel it working. Squeeze, good, this is all posture. Perfect. Good. How we feeling? Let's do 3 rounds, okay? 3 rounds of this. Good. See how just tight and firm you feel right here? Cool. Squeeze your abs every single time. Good. Perfect. No movement, no fish out of water. They're doing awesome. PT today is just one way. I was a sculptor when I was a trainer, so I move hands all over the place. So the fact that you're grabbing it right there, that's not wrong. That's totally right. It can definitely work, right? So So you can grab there, and I want you to do 10 there, and then I'm gonna have you go on the outside and you give me 10 more, okay? So go ahead and grab on the inside grips.
Okay.
Step up here, that was perfect that you put it on that weight, so that's gonna help you through this. I know, it feels a little weird. Okay, straighten your body out. You're gonna keep your core nice and tight through here, and lead with your chest and squeeze your back muscles as you come up. Beautiful, awesome, perfect. That's it. It's life or death. You gotta get out of this hole that you're in, and you gotta just lift yourself up out of that hole. Those are great. And you're gonna exhale when you come up. You don't wanna hold your breath the whole time, because then you're gonna start turning black and blue in the face, or purple. Good. Lean back for me here. Drop those shoulder blades back a little bit. Pop that chest up a little bit more. There you go, that's what I'm looking for. Now come back and squeeze. So you're feeling it all in through here. Now you're feeling it? Good.
Is that okay with the feet?
Yeah, you can totally position your stance like that. That's awesome. Good. And you're working on the way back too. So I love that you're going slow through the whole thing. Slow, 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 slow. Good. Good. Nice and controlled movements. Stacy looks very controlled. Have that mind-body connection, knowing that if you use this, yeah, you feel it there? Yay! So you feel like one shoulder's kind of popping more than the other. Do you feel that? So let's go ahead and step off.
Okay.
So what that means, if you're kind of feeling like a pop, 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 right? We should actually go lower in weight.
Okay.
So I'm gonna go drop it all the way down to 20.
Okay.
And now what you're gonna do when you go into it, drop your shoulders down and try not to have that pop, pop, pop feel.
Okay.
Be very controlled and connect into your body there. Let's see if we change it, okay? Beautiful. Good, there's no popping. She's connecting into her body. Beautiful. Oh, you feel a little popping. So pop that chest up a little bit more for me. Good, and focus right into here, activate here. There you go, that's it. So what you're doing now is you're using your back muscles and not your shoulder muscles as you do that, right? Okay. Stuff you learned today. Now you can go to the gym and you can work your back, your chest, your biceps. You did such a good job. Good, focus, focus, squeeze. I'm actually gonna move your hands now, so move your hands on the outer part.
Okay.
Yep, kind of change a little bit of an angling. Now try it again. Perfect. So feel what this feels like, and remember that you can do this on your own, knowing that it feels like this.
Definitely in my arms.
Arms,
Right here.
feel right in here.
Yeah.
Cool. Good. Just doing it right. Amy's a perfect model right now, not moving her core anywhere. So you guys can see that we have Stacy is a little bit more advanced. She's been training with me a couple years now, where this is her first day in the gym. This was Sydney's first day in the gym. So being able just to kind of tap into the body, having the mind-body connection and learning like how to activate those muscles is a different experience. You don't come out of the womb and just know exactly how to contract and squeeze those muscles. So this is all a learning experience. And once Stacy learned exactly which muscles it is she's using, she's able to have a strong core and really move through the exercises how she should. Don't like put them in. Go ahead and activate in here and then squeeze and think, yes. See how you just roll those shoulders back like that and your chest went up? Now go ahead and pull through. Good. And let me feel all through here. Squeeze like my hands down here. Good. Awesome. Perfect. You already have that connection into your body, which is awesome.
She might need a stretch.
Yeah, I haven't done that before.
Oh, you haven't?
Yep.
Okay. So let's try it with this one.
Slow, sorry.
No, honey, you're learning.
Yeah.
She had to learn with me as well. Okay.
Takes a while.
So what it is she's transforming quicker and quicker now because she's able to have that connection with her body.
Yeah.
Cool. So let's try this one.
Okay.
So this one's going to be working the back. So again, kind of into the lat area. Okay. So go ahead and sit on in, keeping you want to get a nice good snug in there because this is what's going to kind of ground you into the machine. Kind of like when I'm making you like ground yourself over there, you're grounding yourself, and that's what the whole point of this is too. So kind of slide in a little bit more for me. Perfect. We're gonna start off with a little lighter weight because here's the problem. People start lifting too heavy of weight, and that's what ends up causing your body to learn the wrong message. You don't want to use every muscle in your body to pull something down. You want to be able to connect into that one muscle group to say, this is the one that I want to work, right? So here's the thing, always think chest up, right? So chest up, booty down. That's how women like to pick things up. Okay, so go ahead and look. So we're gonna lean back a little bit by popping that chest up. Good, awesome. I'm gonna kind of walk my fingers up here. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna learn how to activate the back first, okay? So you're gonna activate these for me without even pulling down, just activate these for me. Good, you kind of did it. Imagine these are going down into like your, they're going down into your rib cage. So kind of drop them down by like bringing your chest up. Okay. Exactly. So now watch me do it, okay? Put your hands right here on my back. You see that? Yeah. So then when I pull through, I'm not just gonna pull through like this. Notice that I'm not doing anything with my back, but watch this. Yeah. Feel that difference now? Yeah. So what you're doing is you're learning how to activate that one area. Okay. Cool? So go ahead and grab up onto the handles again. So do what I did, activate through here now. Relax everything else and just activate here. Good. Now go ahead and pull through. Beautiful. Good. Awesome. Great job on your first day. Are you kidding me? Good. Keep that chest nice and popped up. It's almost like you're bringing your chest right to this like inside of the bar here. Bring your chest to it. Perfect. Yep. Focus, focus here. Yep. Good. Yep, that's it. Now guess what? You'll be burning so much fat through here, and you'll be shredded and shrinking, and you're getting more and more sculpted now that you're hitting this spot. Do you feel that? Yeah. It almost is going to start getting like burnt out almost really quickly because it's such a small muscle right there. Okay. Let's go a little heavier now because you did it so good. Okay. Activate first. Yeah, chest up, shoulders back. Feels a little weird, I know. Okay, go ahead and pull through. There you go. That's it. Good. See how you're going slow on the way up too? Yeah. You're still using all those muscles while you're going up too. So you're pulling them down and even when you go up. So Stacy has a great handle over here. We're able to see her fully extend while still staying and activating into her back and pulling through. Being able to get a full range of motion here is what's going to allow that whole entire muscle to be worked rather than just a portion of it. This is perfect. Yep. Good job on your breathing. Kind of lean back a hair. Keep your spine in alignment and your chest is going to pop up for me. There you go. Good. Now activate here and pull through. Good. Good. All the way up. Now you have that full range. That looks better. Here's the thing too. See how this line is right here? When you're pulling it down, pull it down for me. Notice how you're kind of coming at a little bit of an angle like this. Lean back so it's coming straight down from this angle right here. Okay. In one line. This rope is one line. It's not going to angle anywhere. So go ahead and pull it. Yep. There we go. And it doesn't need to go in front of your chest. It just go to the top of your chest. Because the thing is, you're not working your arms to get it down. You're just going to go to back and back up. Okay. Back and back up, right? Okay. Perfect. Yep, that's it. That was awesome. So usually why I say 20, you usually want to go a little lighter weight and more reps. And what that does is it's just going to shrink you, right? If you were doing like really heavy weight and only able to get about 5 pounds or 5 reps in, you're building more than anything. And it's not like you really actually have testosterone in you to build. So don't honestly ever be afraid to lift weights, because all you're doing is you're putting lean muscle mass on yourself and you're gonna look great. But keeping it at high reps will be perfect, okay?
So lower weights, high reps.
Lower weights, high reps, but at the same token, not so light a weight that you actually don't feel your muscles burning, right? If you get to about, I usually say around 7 to 10 reps, and you're really feeling it, that means that's the right amount of weight for you. If you're getting to 15 and you're like, you know, I'm kind of not really feeling it, maybe it's way too light for you, right? So kind of being able to be aware of that, and also being able to know, like, for example, I can see which exercises you're going too heavy because your form is all of a sudden not good anymore, right? So if you're starting to use other muscles, or you're like pulling with your shoulders, I'm like, whoa, 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 we need to back up and go lighter, so you're really just connected into it and you're staying focused in that one area. So we did all upper body. I'm super impressed. we didn't really have time for lower body, and I would love to do lower body with you guys. So is it all right if maybe you have one more day in here that we do some lower body stuff? We go leg press and some other stuff. Is that cool? Yeah. Your lean proteins, make sure you're getting your vegetables in, which is all your fiber. Make sure you're drinking your water and stuff like that, because the days that you just went and lifted weights, you're gonna find yourself ravenous, like why am I so hungry? It's because those muscles in your body are like, I need nutrients. You just fried me, right? You just burned tons and tons of calories right now. So now your body's going, whoa, 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 I need something. So to get that nice, good, tight, sculpted look, do your weightlifting, but make sure that your diet is perfect too. Cool? I am a trainer that's based on progression, not perfection, okay? I don't expect you to have the most perfect diet, okay? What I do expect is if you were slapping on mayo and cheese and like everything else, okay, instead of slapping all that on like you did before, if it was maybe a cup of all that before, if you do a half a cup now, and you're gonna notice you're not gonna miss that much mayo and that much cheese. If you slowly start limiting it out of your diet, as same as sugar, slowly limit it out, eventually you'll be like, maybe I'll just have black coffee, or maybe I'll not do cheese this time. But it's gonna be a nightmare if you try to go from a cup of cheese to all of a sudden 0. You're gonna be like, nope, that cheese was good, I'm gonna go back to it. You see what I mean? So my progression of just slowly limiting the things out of your diet, replacing them with good substitutes, that's how you're gonna have an everlasting, a perfect, strong diet, and you're not gonna feel like you're on a diet, you're gonna feel like you weaned yourself off those areas that you needed to, right?
One thing you taught me to do is, get a sandwich from like Jersey Mike's or someplace, wherever I'm getting it, and just take off one slice of the bread, and then I also now take off my cheese too. So I definitely learned not to do that.
Yeah, like I swear, I was crazy about breads. Like I couldn't see a bread. I swear, I'm like, I bread. And then I start and I hated salad. I swear, I hated salad. I'm like, why? And then I started putting on my salad what I like nuts. I love nuts. And I'm like, what else I can put it? Like what kind of sauce I like. I don't like sauces, so I ended up not putting anything besides olive oil and balsamic. That's it. That's the way I like it. And a little bit of like dried fruit, like just a tiny bit, and I tried to buy the ones with no added sugar, just dried. And then the bread was smaller and smaller and smaller. At some point, I'm like, I don't even know why I'm eating the bread, because I actually don't feel it. Yeah. And that's the way I eat it. Nowadays, I don't care for bread. Yeah. And believe me, I was like a bread eater, like bread. Yeah. I love it.
Diet program just basically gives the knowledge to you first of what your plate should look like. First of all, what to eat, like what's a good portion size. Number one, don't starve yourself. That's the worst thing that you can do. Then you go through binging into starvation, into this back and forth, and being able to find something like sustainable is that small progression as you go along, and you find those little substitutes. And that's honestly, I'm giving you what I did, because I went from an office job, everybody loved to bring donuts in, and I just sat there thinking, okay, you know what, I'm just gonna have 1, and then it went up to 5, you know what I mean? And then I just started looking at myself and I was like, this is not what I wanna look like. And so then I was like, okay, so when they bring them in, I'm only gonna have 2 today, you know what I mean? And then I was like, okay, and then I weaned myself off. I'm like, now I'm just gonna chew it and then I'm gonna spit it out. Like I just need that in my mouth, and I'm gonna spit it out. But I went through this weird transition phase having to cut out of it. And then once I did that, I was like, all right, well, I'm looking, I'm like, I'm not really I'm not happy with my body yet. What else can I do? So then it was, okay, milk, dairy, the cheese, the alcohol, and then dressings and bread, right? Those things that just love to make up our American diet. I would always let the restaurant put whatever they wanted on my salads. And now I'm like, you know what? No. Yeah. Why do they get to choose what's on my... I feel like sometimes when they make a Caesar salad, it's drenched in everything, and I honestly don't enjoy it. And once you learn how many calories are in that, you'll be shocked, right? So I was like, I'm gonna put it on the side, and I'm gonna add my own to it now. And I went from, okay, half, to about 3, 1/4. And then now I'm like, I'll just put my fork in the dressing and I'll kind of dip it in or whatever, and it just kind of went through that stage. So this is a perfect diet conversation that we'll add into the diet. But yeah, that's that's where I took my diet, and now I love what I eat. So my girls just had their workout, so they have 30 minutes, within 30 minutes roughly, but you want to be able to get your proper diet, so getting your protein, your good carbs, get your vegetables in, right, and so she get the muscles are able to soak up the nutrients. It was a successful day. I'm excited for day 4 with you guys.